Now, our guest today shot to fame 23 years ago when he competed in the first ever UK series of Pop Idol. He went on to become a pop sensation, selling over 5 million records and achieving 4 #1 singles. Welcome, the memories.
I know 23 years ago, I feel very old now.
You're old, though.
How old were you when you did that?
Get
Because you looked like a baby.
I was 17 years old, yeah.
Wow.
And I'm very fortunate to have continued to work. I'm still kind of treading the boards and, yeah, it's been a great career. Yeah.
I just said to Christine, he's got very good eyebrows.
Really?
He's still got very good eyebrows, yeah. I like a strong eyebrow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely, got nothing else to say to that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, you talk about treading the boards and you love musical theatre and you're taking to the road again and it's all about romance this time around.
Yes.
Are you a hopeless romantic? Are you a romantic person?
Massively. And in fact, I've put a show together called Gareth Gates Sings Love Songs from the Movies. The first song I ever released, Unchained Melody, was made famous by the movie Ghost. And this got me thinking that some of the world's greatest love songs are from films. And so I've put together a show with all those massive hits that we all know and love from shows like Armageddon, Pretty Woman, My Girl, Dirty Dancing, A Star Is Born, all in the same evening of entertainment. And we actually kick off on a Valentine's week, so it's very apt for a show like that.
How much do you think a romantic song makes the movie romantic and vice versa? Like, what do you think that dynamic is?
Yeah, well, obviously, doing the research for this show and putting together the set list, the synergy between music and film is really, really powerful. And, you know, there's some incredible songs, yeah, and we'll be featuring them all in my show, which would be nice.
I know yourself very well, and I know your beautiful girlfriend.
That's right, Alana.
And so I know how much you dote on her because, just for people who don't know, your girlfriend is in Hairspray.
That's
with
right.
Me. And when I met Gareth, Gareth was singing her praises to me, not realising that I was the director of the show. He's like, she's fabulous. You're gonna be. And I was like, Gareth, calm down. She's already got the job. It was so fun. But it was just so lovely it's lovely to see you two together. Has Alana had any input into the songs, or is she inspiring any of those songs?
Yeah, well, firstly, me and Alana met just over 2 years ago now. We were doing Panto together. Oh, yes, we was. And, in Hull. And actually, we didn't fall in love straight away, actually. We actually waited till after the job and realised we actually really missed each other. Yeah, and so we went out on a date. But all the songs were inspired by her. I actually sing with her sometimes. I do a lot of work on the ships, and she comes along and I get her up because she's got an incredible voice. We sing the song Shallow from A Star Is Born. So
That's my absolute favourite. Oh, gosh. Just rings your heart out.
That's right. That's right. It's a great song.
Why is it such a great love song? What do you think it is?
Yeah, well, first of the movie was great, you know, and that moment between Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga was, you know, really incredible chemistry on the screen, and so yeah, we'll be trying to recreate that, I guess.
Looking forward.
Gareth, it's so nice to see you because I feel like we're sort of grown up in parallel because you were Pop Idol, I was Pop Stars the year before you, so I watched the whole thing happen. It's so lovely to see you, and like you said, you're still going, we're still here. You mentioned your lovely girlfriend there and how you go on the ships together, but she's quite a force, isn't she? She stands up for you. She really is just, you know, my kind of woman. I like her. What did she recently do when you were on the ship? Yeah,
so unfortunately on the ships we had a bit of an incident. There was some women next door to our cabin and they learned that I was in that cabin. And every time I went out on the balcony, they started to mock my speech by going, good, Gareth Gates, or like to sing the song Changes. And yeah, it was, I'm sort of very, very used to that. I've had it my whole life. But my other half, after 2 or 3 days of this, it just got too much. And so she went round. She knocked on the door. She said, please, will you stop doing this? You know, and it was like grown women doing it. And, you know, we all have banter amongst our friends, you know, I take the mick up myself, you know, on my speech, but in a closed group. And I think knowing that the person you're mocking is actually able to hear it, you know, takes a different person. And, you know, but thankfully she was my knight in shining armour, went round and they stopped.
Good.
So...
That is pure bullying, really, isn't it? I mean, that's adult bullying, and bullying is something that you know, had to deal with as a child as well. And I'm really interested in, like, your ability to be resilient and to weather these things. And I wonder, like, now, clearly, you know, you just went celebrity SAS, that's pretty hardcore.
Yes, of course.
But whether that sort of determination is something you've had since you were really young, or whether it's something that's built up, perhaps success has made you feel more confident, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was what happened to me as a child. I was badly bullied, often beaten because of my speech, and, you know, but it's that, and in a weird way, I'm kind of thankful for that, because it has made me extremely resilient. And, you know, I can take a lot more now because of that. I certainly wouldn't have won SAS without that. And, it has its perks, I guess.
I say, Gareth, the mum in me just says thank you to you, because you're putting it out there. You're not hiding what your experiences have been. And it must be really hard to put yourself in that vulnerable position all the time.
Yeah, I mean, interviews like this are my worst nightmare. You know, I didn't really have too much sleep last night, but I've found over the years that you have to face the fear head on, you know, because if you cower away, it just gets worse, the fear grows. You know, and I think one of my proudest things is, that I've achieved is that I heighten the awareness of stammering, you know, and kind of show to people that, you know, even though you have these things and these afflictions holding you back, you know, you can be whatever you want to be. And if you persevere, you know, and have that resilience, you know, then you can achieve anything.
And aren't you writing a show about that?
I am, yes.
Yeah. Tell us about your show.
Well, I had the idea 7 or 8 years ago to write a musical about this, and it's called Speechless.
Great title.
And it took for us to go into lockdown for me to have the time to actually write, and I wrote 7 or 8 songs, played it to a big West End producer, and he said, "Don't speak to anybody else about this." I want it to...
So here you are announcing it.
Exactly. We're hoping to have it on the stage in the West End 2026. So.
That's exciting.
But music has just been a real saviour on many levels for you, really, over the years, as you said that. And lots of other people have shaped you as well. And I know you've spoken about Rowan Atkinson, for instance, when you first met him before, and the support that he sort of gave you. George Michael being another person as well. There was a real connection with him.
Yeah, I was very, very fortunate to get to know George. My first song I ever released, Lunchtime Melody, was up against his in the charts. And my song went to #1, his went to #2. No, bless him. And he, the next day I went into my management's office and he'd sent me a bottle of Cristal champagne saying, "Congratulations, Gareth." And then the week after that, I was actually working on my album in the studio. I was in the vocal booth and I saw somebody walk in. It's always very dark in studios, so I didn't actually know it was him. Then I walked out after finishing the song and it was him. I was like, wow. And we was in the same studios for 3.5 weeks. We had lunch together every day. He's the most beautiful man I'd ever met. And his eyes are just so piercing and he's, you know, such a gentle soul, and it was great to get to know him a little.
You learn a lot from all of these people, don't you, along the way. It's been such a pleasure seeing you again, Gareth. And like you say, this big show of yours, Gareth Gates Sings Love Songs from the Movies, 10th of February kicks off. And you're turning right the way through to April, actually, so there's quite a few dates in there.
There's lots of dates around the UK. We go to Glasgow, we go to York, we go to Leicester, go to Sheffield, to name a few. And, to be, you know, working still 23 years on, I'm, you know, very, very fortunate. And,
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Gareth Gates.
Thank you.